from me to we, right? It's just a perspective. Nothing is going to change except the perspective and how we do things. I'm going to talk about the what, why, and how. And in fact, it's not me who's going to talk about it. It's us who is going to talk about it. So we're talking about team. What does the word team means to you? What does it mean to you? Mr. Faisal, what does the word team mean to you?
Team, like for me, is a network of people who is collectively working towards a common goal.
Common goal. I like that word. Mr. Iftikhar, what do you think is a team?
Team, there are different people, but their motive is same, their objective is same, and they are giving their more than 100% effort to achieve that target. So it is, I'm agree with the person that it is collectively effort to achieve a common objective or common goal.
Right, right. So, yes, the bigger picture. A team is basically a group of people that work collectively for a common goal. Now, when I say the common goal, a common goal actually is about the vision, the bigger picture. It's about shared values. When we're talking about organizational teams, we are talking about teams that work together, not just about thinking how they can achieve their individual targets, but how as a team they come together collectively to achieve a bigger goal, the bigger picture. So what can be a bigger picture like? What is the bigger picture?
Vision, mission of the company.
What is it? What is in our company? What is it Adam Global? If you were, everybody yourself, if you own this company and you own this company, we all own this company, we're part of this organization. What to you is a bigger picture? What to you do you think, where do you want to see your company? Where do you want to see this organization? Where is it that you want to see it? Other than talking about, let's not talk about me and I. Let's not talk about I have this to achieve and I have that to do. Let's talk about what we as a company, what we as Adam Global perhaps are going to do next day, next week, next month, this year, next year, next 3 years. What are we going to do? Are we going to grow in team size? Now we're talking about the bigger picture, not talking about we're going to achieve $100,000 or $100,000 or I'm not talking about numbers. We are all doing a great job at that. Let's talk about creating a combined effect of growing together. When we talk about success, success to Mr. Faisal might be different than success to Mr. Iftikhar or to Rahil or to Zara or to Ashwin or to me perhaps. But together as a team, success is different. Success is now about our vision, a collective vision, growing the company together. Probably I want to grow or we want to grow in size, in number of people that we have in our organization. And then comes to how do we get there, what needs to be done, right? We're not talking about how do we get there and what needs to be done. We talk about first a consensus that needs to be made, all of us here. We want to be the number one company for services that we provide, for solutions, for our clients. We want to be client driven. It cannot be always about the numbers. Yes, we are here to bring in business, to generate business. It's just about, let's have a perspective change. Let's shift our mind from thinking towards what I need to achieve to what we need to achieve together. And how do we get there? So the moment you get your mind thinking into the bigger picture, you automatically start thinking collectively. I believe it's just about changing perspective. It's not about doing this and that and, doing one-off activities. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then a team, when they share a common goal and objective, they also hold collective accountability. It's not about who takes the credit. It's not about who is blamed for when things go wrong. It's about we take the credit for things that are right and we are being held accountable when they go wrong. regardless of who has done it, because it's a team, it's a group of people that are accountable for the same things, right? With me on the same page? Perfect. That's the what. So what is team building and why is it important? Understanding team building. Now we understand that, okay, a team is important. Do you think working in a team is important?
Yes.
Instead of just working individually, which we're already doing, and we're all doing very well in what we're doing. But working in a team, and working in a team does not mean your team. It means us together as one team, one organization. Let's think as an organization. Businesses are not, organizations don't build business. People build business. And when people build people, people build success. Right? So understanding team building, it's, now you define team, I didn't. You defined what is team, and you also said that it's important to have a team. Now let's get a step beyond, and let's talk about team building. How to build a team, and how to enable that success. Now, first of all, let's understand what is team building. Ashwin, what do you think is team building all about? If you were to just think, what do you understand? All right, let's shift it. I'll come back to you.
Or it's like building together and completing the skills. For example, if someone is not completely confident in that thing, the other one can complete that task with his knowledge or whatever his skills or whatever it requires.
Yeah, great. Basically, it's about building social relationships within the organization with combining the talent of, let's say, Nasreen, the knowledge of Mr. Faisal, and the skill set of, let's say, Mr. Sinju. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Towards one common objective, and your objectives could be multiple objectives. We're not talking about what the objectives are right now. We just talked about the bigger picture. We talked about being a company, being one organization, not working as team A, team B, team C, but working as team Adam. That's what we always talk about. With me? Now, what does a team building process in itself do? It's a process of change. What type of change is that? What change are we talking about? Why do we need change?
Just to sustain and keep ourselves alive in the market as a team, as an organization.
Right, right.
Change is inevitable. You should always, as per the requirement of market, as per the requirement of progress situation.
Ashwin, do you agree?
Change is required.
Do you agree to what Izhar said?
Yes.
What do you agree on? He said two things. I see you say yes.
I agree on both of them.
He was hot.
All right, no, never mind. It's not about me lecturing here. It's just about let's be thought provoked. Let's think together. Sorry, you want to say something? Yes.
Yes, I want to say something. When it comes to change, I would say like the changes must be an action plan. We need to change our action plan if it's not really working for us.
Okay. Yeah. You're talking about the secondary things. What Izhar talked is about the secondary thing. What you talk is about the secondary, which is perfectly fine. But I would like to add one more thing. Change happens within first. Team building is a psychological method. It's something to do with your mental state. So change within oneself for the better. Maybe I'm working good alone. I'm independent. I'm not talking about me specifically. I'm talking about us in general. We might think, oh, I'm good at what I'm doing. I'm okay. But the moment I have to work together with someone, I might not be that good. And I need to learn to change, to adapt. What the market does comes secondary. What we do is primary. Right? It's an ongoing evaluation process. It's a consistent process. It cannot be done through one-off activities. Yes, those activities, playing football together, playing cricket together, having parties, having events, having games, they're all nice. but team building in itself is a consistent process.